Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna be making some fried chicken. Now, okay. Jokes aside. That is really what we're gonna be doing. But this video wasn't thought of just completely by myself. I saw this one channel's video called it's currently called Gentoo Salafist as far as today, but previously it was known as the White Sharia Association. So that channel inspired me to make this video. He made his Tunisian styled omelets, and this is just plain fried chicken. So as far as the ingredients go, we got salt, black pepper, some chicken breast, flour, an egg, and we're going to use a tiny bit of water. No, we're not going to use the whole bottle. I really mean tiny, like 2 tablespoons. So, how do we start this? Well, first things first. You wanna get your chicken out and put it on your cutting board, and cut it into some nice thin strips. Now, as far as how I'm going to record this without getting my phone all greasy, I'll probably show the before and after of each stage of the process, because it won't be very practical to be cutting with one hand. You want to see the good stuff. So yeah, but I'll try and do one strip to tell you what I'm saying. So before I get to the rest of it. So basically, you want to get so half inch is like 1.25 centimeters. It's you want some or something around that size. They say the instructions I followed before said half inch or something thin like that. This is maybe a bit bigger than that. I don't know. I'm just eyeballing this. Yeah, just go for somewhere between 1 and 3 centimeters or 4 centimeters. But the point is, you don't want to get too thick, because then cooking it is gonna take too long, and it's not gonna be cooked evenly. You want to go thin so you can cook the whole thing properly, fry the whole thing properly, get consistent crunchiness. That's why we want to go for these thin strips. Alright, so I'll do one right here on the camera, but the rest of these, I prefer cutting this with 2 hands so that we don't get undesirable results. But yeah, just like maybe something like that. And we are of course referring to the width, not the height or anything. So I'll show you. So BRB. Okay, so now I'm back, and we got the chicken cut into strips. Now I want to tell you something that due to the fact that chickens aren't perfect cubes and all, some of these slices, and of course due to my own imperfection and perhaps lack of experience, some of these cuts don't turn out the way I tell you to cut them, or I told you to cut them. So like this is not cool. This sucks. But some of the others turned out good. Like you ideally want it to turn out something like this. And even if this is thick, this is fine. This is easy to manage. This won't be a problem, and it's not too thick. But yeah, just letting you know that if you get mess ups like these, where this is like irregularly shaped, first of all, don't worry about it. It just means it's gonna be slightly harder to cook, because like you're gonna be worried about it getting to the chewy part. Like when you're cooking it, it's gonna get like hotter or readier, I guess you can say, faster. It'll get ready before the others will. So like if it's too thin in a part, then that part's gonna get cooked really well while the other part isn't. So maybe you'll have to cut it off, like while you're doing in the field, in the battle surgery. But otherwise, it's fine. Yeah, and one other thing to consider is that it is okay that your fried chicken gets a bit burnt. Remember, it is better to overcook than to undercook. You gotta think about that, alright? Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we gotta make like these. We gotta make two mixes, and just realized I forgot one of the things I needed. There's a bowl we're gonna need, so let me grab one if I can find one. Dang it. I'm not talking about this bowl. Usually I use something bigger for what I'm looking for. Alright, we'll just have to make do. Okay, I'm gonna take one of these bowls, and this is where the flour, the salt, and the pepper comes in, okay? So you're gonna need one. Hold on. Yeah, we can approximate. You'll need 1 cup and a fourth a cup of flour. You're gonna need 2 tablespoons of salt, and I think 1 tablespoon of black pepper. No, not tablespoon, teaspoon. It's teaspoon. I'm thinking of the water. That needs to be 2 tablespoons. But we don't add water in this mix. There's another mix we're going to do that involves the egg. So yeah, to correct myself, we need 1 1/4 cup flour, 1 teaspoon black powder, 1 black pepper, and 2 teaspoon salt. And we're gonna mix that. So I don't know what the metric is, what metric conversion for cups are or teaspoons are. You're gonna have to look that up. I'm sorry. Just do the Google search for it, or a Yandex search, or whatever that isn't controlled by glowies. But you know what I'm saying. All right, so all right, that looks like 1 cup. I could pour it in here, I guess, but I think that would be more pain to mix in. And then I'll do it again. And usually I tend to overestimate, but I'd rather overestimate than underestimate, because we're going to put this flour mix onto the chicken, and if you want to make it look like the usual KFC, Chick-fil-A nonsense, I'm kidding. Chick-fil-A is good, but you want to look at like how the fast food people do it. You're going to want to have enough. So, and it is true that wasting food is haram. I don't like wasting food myself, but is a necessary precaution in order that we don't get undesirable amounts of crispiness. Okay. So next, I will grab, if I can somehow do this with one hand. I'll grab 1 teaspoon first. Okay, that's fine. Mix that in just a little bit. I'm admittedly not the best at mixing this, and I don't have much real estate to not spill it around, is why I've got all these napkins. I tend to make a mess of my workplace. But yeah, okay. Then I will try pouring just a teaspoon of black pepper, and then try mixing again. And the reason I do this in between each teaspoon is because, like I said, I'm not very good at mixing this and making sure there's an even mix. So if you're confident in your mixing skills, go ahead. You just put the 2 teaspoon and the 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons salt and 1 teaspoon black pepper, and just mix it in all at once. It doesn't matter, but this is just for better safe than sorry. All right, and then I'm gonna get another teaspoon of salt, because some of the people who've had my cooking before, they were saying how some of the strips ended up being way saltier than the other. So I'm doing this as an extra precaution to make sure that I do not make that mistake again, or at the very least, I lessen the mistake, make it from a big mistake to a small mistake. Just a little saltier than the others, not a lot saltier than the others. Know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Okay, so I think that's good. All right, so this is what that egg is going to be used for. We got the flour mix, and we're gonna have now this egg. Crack it open. Kablam! Oh no, yeah, that's good. All right, I'm gonna throw that away. Okay. And you want to somehow get this water bottle open. Yeah, that's nasty. Alright, I'm gonna do that off camera. Okay, so clean my hands, open the water bottle, because I'm gonna be using this later. And I'll just put this here, and then I will slowly. Oh, all right. I did it. I overdid it a little. I'll put just a tiny bit more. Okay, that's good. Hey, you gotta mix it. I think that's good. Okay. Oh yeah, recommendation, do not leave your spoon like this. Just go rinse it off, like right now. Just go rinse it off. Because cleaning your spoons when they've touched an egg, that's just not fun. Just do that. I might still use it, but not for this. I don't need to touch that egg stuff anymore. Okay. So why do we do this? This is so our first step. Hold on, let me cut for a couple of seconds. Okay, so we did this because we're gonna put the strip in there, like one of these strips in there. Then we put it back, and then we put this after we put all the strips in there, like put some of that flour on. We're gonna put some of this egg stuff on it. Then after we're done putting some of the egg stuff, we take it and we put more of this flour stuff in it. Okay, and when I say that, now let me put this in a more clear statement. So, restating. Before I do it, we're going to put these strips in here. Like we take one of these, Do that. And repeat for every single chicken strip we have here, okay? And after we do that, we take one of these chicken strips, we dip it in this egg stuff, and then we dip it once again in the flour. So the first time I may have misled you into thinking that you dip it in the egg and then just leave it. No. Dip it in the egg, dip it in the flour again, put it back. Okay? So be clear about that. I think, it won't take too much time to do this on camera. But I'll probably put a timestamp if you want to skip ahead, because this isn't the part to do it with just one hand. Alright. That's not what I wanted to do. I prefer doing just the flour first and then doing the egg stuff, because they say you need to let it settle or whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do it. And there is no perfect method or anything I'm thinking of. I just put it in there. And if you ended up needing more flour because it looks a bit bare, you'll know. You'll know when you start cooking it, and you can just put some on the fly. This message to Gordon Ramsay of the United Kingdom: you have 2 years. You have 2 years to come here and face me in fried chicken competition. I'm kidding. Just want a bit of an icebreaker. As some people, they have extremely low attention span or low patience, so you gotta get jokes. Gotta add jokes. But then again, I will tell them what timestamp to skip to, but who knows? They might complain anyways. Did a piece just... Yeah, it did. A piece of it broke off and I didn't realize it. Oh yeah. Don't get worried when this flour starts sticking to your hand more and more. Just take a small break, rinse your hands, wash your hands, and come back to it. Okay, it happens. It happens. There's no avoiding it, especially if you're just working with one hand, and especially when we start getting into the egg stuff. Okay, just chillax. No, I don't know if this will get recorded on camera, but if you're wondering what all that smacking is going on in the background, that's just what's it called, the washing machine or whatever, just doing this thing, or more appropriately, the dryer. Okay, so now we're gonna do the egg stuff. And this is like glue. Like this stickiness of egg is what's going to make the flour stick on the chicken some more. And don't use like, oh, you're not covering the whole chicken. You're covering part of it with your thumb. Oh, so. I don't care. That doesn't matter. You just want most of it. Our hands are already covered in flour anyways. We don't need to be so precise about it. It'll still turn out delicious either way. Unless, of course, you just decided you decided to not cook it. But that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna cook it. We're gonna fry it. No one should eat raw meat unless they're big flopper. Then that's different. Like they're meant to eat that stuff. Oh yeah, one thing I'd like to mention since we're on the topic of raw meat. Uh, the irony of people who are raw meat advocates is that they are not truly eating it raw because there is still some processing that is done before it reaches them. Like unless they're hunting, then sure. Like they go eat the raw deer and they hunted that venison or whatever it's called by themselves. Okay, sure. No facts, no printer. That's definitely raw. Because they hunted that themselves. They probably didn't add any antibiotics. They didn't use any GMOs or anything like that. So for sure, then they can say they ate it raw. But technically, the people who just go buy the chicken from the supermarket, those have had the antibiotics applied to them. They're probably genetically modified chickens. They've had their steroids applied to them. So they don't have any of the fun surprises that that actual raw raw flesh would have. Not any of the blood either. Because when you look at an animal like an animal that's actually out in the wild, not one in the zoo. I don't know if I did this one yet. They're going to be not they're going to kill it and they're just going to eat it right there. They're going to maybe take off some of the feathers and some of that blood's going to get into their system. Like they're going to be drinking some of that blood. Actually, that's as far as I know, that's how a lot of kittens and cats get their not kittens, but a lot of cats, big and small, get their water supply. Like the sand cat, there's no water in the desert, there's barely any. They don't go popping open cacti. Whatever fresh prey they find, they satisfy their thirst by drinking its blood. Indirectly, of course. They're not go like, oh yeah, I like drinking blood. No, they're eating it, and that blood ends up in their system. As far as I know, um, nobody goes around. Nobody goes around just biting cows' heads off these days. Especially not those people. The way they present their raw meat, it's presentable sometimes. It looks clean at the very least. It's not a bloody mess. Okay, I think that's most of them, if that's not all of them. And if I missed a couple, it doesn't matter. Try and get all of them. But yeah. I'm going to go rinse this hand and I will come back. Okay, see you later. Okay, I'm back. Alright. So. We got the pan over here. And actually, let me put it here, cause uh, you'll see why. Actually, just kidding. I don't care. I'll say you right now. Um, yeah, I've had a tendency where I put it, even though I'm putting it on high, some parts, even if they're of similar thickness, they will be here, and then they cook slower, like way slower than the ones that are wherever the burner is. So in this case, I think if I place it like this, place it like this, then the ones over here don't cook very well, and they take more time. They will cook well. I'm just saying it takes like way more time. But yeah, I want the larger one because it'll be a bit more even. Okay, so step 1, cover yourself in oil. Step 2, cover the pan in oil. Step 3, question marks. Step 4, profit. Fried chicken, I mean. So just kidding. You only need to cover the pan in oil. How much? I don't care. Just pour it. Okay, this is olive oil, but any oil should be fine. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay, and now what is recommended is to warm it up a bit. So it's this one. There we go. Just wait a few seconds or something. And then we can start placing the strips down. Let's do a small test. I wonder if it's ready. If we hear any sizzling, that means it's good. So we got this tiny thing right here. Almost. It's almost ready. I heard a little bit of sizzling. Oh, but yeah, now it's cool. Let's start. If I don't have enough room, I'll just cook the rest in a separate batch. Probably using the same oil. Maybe I'll add a little more. Oh, and I might decrease this to like medium high or something. Cause it's just for better luck. Sometimes it gets really poppy, the oil starts popping a lot, and then probably because of the moisture from that water we put in, and then it gets in your face, and you don't want that. You don't want that. Like, it's really stupid when oil just gets in your face. It's nasty. Not nasty, but not a pleasant experience. It will get in your hand regardless, though. Like, it'll eventually just randomly pop, and you'll get a very, very tiny burn, maybe. Oh, okay, I think most of these will all fit, if just barely. Okay, recommendations. So before you actually get a spatula, since this crap is covered in, this is not crap. It's good food. It's gonna be good food. I'm going to take one of these teaspoons that I used for gathering the flour, because it's still going to be covered in flour. I'll rinse it a bit, and I will cover these redness, because of the redness, with more flour. Because, you know, that's, you want to get that crispiness. I think cheddar slime is a little bit less, but I don't want to do this for too long, because then you'll get like uneven amounts of cookedness with the flour or something. I don't know. And I get bad luck when I do this for too long. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Just let it sit here like this for a few minutes or something. Okay. One thing I want to say as I'm cooking this, okay? Do not listen to something like, when the website I originally found this from, if I find it again, they said 8 to 9 minutes. Do not listen to that. That is merely a recommendation. You have to eyeball this. Do not put a timer and then say, 8 to 9 minutes. Lucky, in my case, you know, usually when I do that, it's not actually cooked all the way. But if you're dumb, and you put it for too long, like you said, no, 8 to 9 minutes, not enough, I like it extra crispy, and you put it for like 20 minutes, or some other recommendation you heard online, then some of them will be overdone on one side, or they'll burn on that side, and you have to flip them. Like some of these, like right here, that one is getting to be orange, so that one I might actually have to flip over right now. I need to see though. Oh, this time I will use a small fork, because I don't want to. Oh yeah, it's in the early stage, so it's fine if I use this again. So you see this? That's kind of getting cooked. That's kind of good. We'll flip it continuously, but in this stage, I will flip that one in particular, and I will continue investigating each one of these. You have to have an active role in your operation. In fact, since this is newly added flour, I'll just start flipping all of these. But you want to pay attention to the color. Jeez, what did I just do? There we go. But either way, you look at this, like that one didn't get that much orange, but that one got a lot orange. So pay attention. Unless all your strips are perfectly even and they are perfectly the same, then you can't just guess, okay, I approximate 10 minutes. You have to know. You have to keep seeing and observing. And besides, why do you want to be lazy about this? This is your work. This is your food. You want it to taste good. You don't want it to taste like some automated nonsense. The variation is the best part. So yeah, here, even though these are bigger, these guys, they got orange more than these guys. Probably because they're closer to the actual burner. Or I don't know. That's what I'm thinking right now anyways. And this guy's way more consistent. Like he's even more consistent. And this is this guy. Hey, I didn't turn these guys, did I? No. If these are getting too orange for you too quickly, like you don't feel comfortable with keeping up with all this, I recommend that you tone the heat down just a bit so you can keep up. Alright, that one's looking good. You want to get both sides the nice orangeness. Alright? Okay, so at this point, I prefer good Tupperware or good utensils, not Tupperware. Tupperware is for the plastic, I think. Maybe like an actual spatula, but that might be too big. I guess I'll use a fork here. And just keep waiting. Keep waiting. You keep observing it. Oh, and maybe open the window. I don't know. At this point. Did I lock this? No, okay. I open the window. Let's see, how was the bottom of that one looking? Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. The camera's not really getting the colors right. It does not look that white. This is a bit more orange around here, but it's screwing it up. I'll flip it for now though. Oh, shoot. Okay, so hold on. In case some of these actually start getting ready, you probably want to have a clear workspace. So take this, move it away. I don't know, put it here. Put it in the sink. Well, put some water on it. I don't even know, bro. Take care of that later. Get out one of your tape plates. Put it here because you want to be ready. Take them one by one and put it on your plate, right? So like that guy, he's getting close to ready. So the bottom part needs to be cooked a bit more. These guys are getting a bit more ready. I'm not satisfied with it though. Usually I'd rather take the L. Let it get a bit more black. Like if it's just like starting to burn just a tiny bit, I'm like, okay, fine. But until I see that, I'm not taking a risk. I want it as crunchy as possible before it goes bad. This thick guy is going to take a while probably. Maybe this guy should have gotten more flour, I'm not sure. But he's gonna taste good all the same. Alright, so you see this one? It's starting to get black. So I'll just take this one out of here. You probably need 2 hands for this, but still. This one looks alright. Probably should burn on that side too, though. Oh, yeah. In this case, I'm trying to get that white part to get cooked as well, but it has this irregular shape, so that's kind of hard. Shouldn't be a problem if that stays white, but I'm trying to go for that, good aesthetics, but that is not a requirement per se. Alright, I think it's a good time to start getting out spatulas, like actual spatulas, to do some of these at once. Yeah, I overdid this one a little bit, but it's good, it's good. This one's gonna taste good. Good, yeah. And I will just decrease the temperature to medium. Or forget it, I'll put it on low. For the time being, at least. Bruh moment. So we have only one casualty, and this tiny thing right here. But otherwise, we did pretty good so far. I probably should take that out though. Let me use the fork. That's good. This one's fine too. You know, it doesn't matter if the coloring is just a bit like one side is brown or the other. A professional would care probably, but it won't detract from the taste too much. Then that yellowness I can't tolerate though. Okay, that one's good. Should probably leave that over there. And switching it a little bit to medium to deal with the stragglers. That guy is like, he's been like that for too long. This one might finally be ready. Okay. Yeah, that's good too. I think that's good. Now, obviously, you'll even get better results if you're using both your hands. But I'm not a cheater. I don't go and do these cooking for like, I don't do this type of stuff with these all extra jump cuts. Like you see all those cooking shows, and they have the cameraman. They don't even bother to do a time lapse to show like what's going on inside the oven in between like the 45 minutes. Or like if they're frying it, then they still don't show it for the whole 20 minutes or whatever it is it's supposed to take. But no, man, I don't even have a cameraman. I'm doing this with one hand, and look, that's my work. That's the honest work. No tricks. Oh, they want to save on time though. Man, get out of here. They don't want to save on time. They actually cooked it at one point, right? So if they actually cooked it, they shouldn't be afraid to just do that super fast forward nonsense. But yeah, there's your fried chicken. Wait for it to cool a tiny bit, and you should be good to go. And obviously, you probably want to clean up your mess afterwards. But yeah, there you go. Thank you for watching, and I don't care if you subscribe or not, or whatever. Have a good day, and what's it called? The x86 architecture of CPUs that's gonna live forever is live for 40 years, 41 years, no more than 40 years actually. It's like 41 or 42 years at this point, and none of you Apple people are gonna stop it. All right, it's gonna be forever. A long live backwards compatibility. Goodbye. See ya. Oh, it's gonna live also through the Elbrus architecture as well, since they got those binary translation stuff going on. All right, yeah. x86 software, x86 hardware. That's never gonna die. All right, see ya. Oh yeah, and one other thing. As far as what it's supposed to look like inside, that's what it's supposed to look like inside. So. Got this. take a knife out or something. I don't know. And if you tear it open, that's what it's gonna look like inside. You gotta see the tenderness or whatever. All right, you gotta see all that. And don't forget to put your ketchup on it or whatever. That's a good recommendation. And one other thing for it that actually has to do with the food. Don't be afraid to experiment with some garlic, or with some like those garlic spreads, like whatever this is. This Johnny's garlic spread. Okay, don't be afraid to experiment with that, or don't be afraid to experiment with cinnamon. But be careful when you're doing something with like the garlic spread, because I actually one time, I don't know why the heck this isn't focusing. But I actually one time put the 2 teaspoons and a teaspoon of the garlic spread, and that makes it too salty. Or it wasn't salty for me, but you know, made salty for the others. And that's so. Just keep an eye on that. You want to go light with it when you're following this recipe. Like, if you want to add something, you should trial and error through experience and experimentation. You will learn the type of mix you like. I did not experiment with it this time because I wanted to go with what I knew would definitely work. And I've ate some of it, and I will continue to eat more of it. And and it turned out fine. At least I think it turned out good. Fine is an understatement. It turned out great. But yeah, just keep an eye out. If you try and add some other stuff, remember that these other ingredients you might think about adding, they might have some salt in it. You want to adjust for that type of saltiness. But yeah, all right. Have a good day for real this time. All right, see you.